Republican leaders are apparently so scared that the Epstein files are going to get out now that they're threatening their colleagues. Right? And this is apparently Trump's afraid that files might implicate his friend. And all of this, it started with the bipartisan effort launched by Republican Thomas Massie and Democrat Ro Khanna, because they've just been working towards gathering enough signatures on a discharge petition that would force the House to vote on a bill requiring the DOJ to release the files. And now we've been waiting for this. A Democrat in Arizona just won a House seat in a special election this week. It seems like they've secured enough support to get the ball rolling. Right? And that Democrat, Adelita Grijalva, she's already committed to signing the petition once she gets sworn in. And the big thing is she's going to be the 218th person to back it, and 218 has been the magic number here. So with that, you had Ro Khanna saying we're one step closer to releasing the full Epstein files and justice for the survivors. But that doesn't mean that it's guaranteed, right? Because you have Thomas Massie telling Semaphore that leaders in the Republican Party are trying to get some representatives to now walk back their support. Massie claiming that House Speaker Mike Johnson and, quote, some of the powers that be in D.C. are in full panic right now and dadding. Came back and tried to get the four of us to take our names off the petition. They asked some of my colleagues who are co-signers, and they actually threatened them politically, not physically. And that's huge because Massie, right, he's one of four Republicans who signed the petition alongside Nancy Mace, Lauren Boebert, and Marjorie Taylor Greene. Yesterday, you had similar reports coming out with sources telling CNN that GOP members were privately being pressured to withdraw from the petition. So with that, you had CNN speaking to Boebert, who said that she hadn't faced pressure and will be keeping her name on board. But still, if you go online or you go on Twitter, you can see that there are clear tensions and divisions among the right wing and MAGA regarding bringing the Epstein files forward. Just yesterday, you had Representative Clay Higgins slamming Massie for this petition, arguing, it's a shame what my friend Thomas has done, attempting to injure the Republican Party and ignore privacy rights of hundreds of innocent Americans who may have their life turned upside down because of his weird petition. And notably, that's a part of a talking point that Mike Johnson has been using over and over, claiming that the legislation, it doesn't go far enough to protect the victims whose information could be in the files. But Massie, he's not only defended himself against that claim, but said that Republicans, they need to just essentially get over it and brace for a vote. They're going to have a vote. I think they're coming to terms with that. I'm going to bet the speaker is probably going to hand out hall passes to some congressmen because this is an 80-20 issue. With all this, I think it is worth noting that it's not going to force the Epstein files to be released overnight. This petition, it won't actually see any official forward motion until Congress reconvenes and after it officially lands 218 signatures, and they have to wait 7 legislative days to actually vote on it.